Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the JRPG Report. My name is Dalton Suter and this week it's just me bringing you guys the news, and it's been a long week, but there's been a lot of good stuff that's come out. So without further ado, I'm not even going to get into what I've been up to because it hasn't been much of nothing. I'm going to get right into the news, and starting off with some kind of sad news, to be honest. Square Enix has announced that it will be pulling the plug on the global edition of Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. It's free-to-play mobile RPG on October 30th, 2024. The end of service for the game comes more than 8 years after it first launched. The Japanese version will continue operating. And in the announcement, Square Enix and the Final Fantasy Brave Exvius development team apologized to its players for the bad news and said that this was a difficult decision to shut down the game. It didn't specify why the game was being shut down, other than referencing that it would be too difficult to continue maintaining the app experience. As of August 29th, 2024, all of the in-game microtransactions have been suspended, including for resource bundles and premium Lapis currency. Final Fantasy Brave Exvius will continue operating as normal, with scheduled events kicking off until October 30th, 2024, when the app will go offline and player accounts will be removed. Final Fantasy Brave Exvius first launched in 2016, and it featured an original story where heroes Rain and Lasvel struggle to save the world of Lapis, a mystical land full of crystals. A key power in Lapis is the ability to summon visions, manifestations of memories and emotions that can transcend time and space. In gameplay terms, visions are characters that can be acquired via the in-game gacha system, including creatures, villains, and heroes from the Final Fantasy series, Square Enix games, and even the real world. Brave Exvius hosted a number of crossover events featuring titles ranging from Nier Automata to Xenogears, and then Square Enix-owned Deus Ex Mankind. Even real-life singers Katy Perry and Ariana Grande appeared as playable units in the game, and Square Enix also launched a tactical spin-off, War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, which went live in 2019 and will continue operating. So that's kind of a bummer for the people who play that game. My heart goes out to you. But up next, Atlus has released the 5th Atlus exclusive, quotes, video for Metaphor ReFantazio called World Tour, showcasing world navigation, quests, dungeons, towns, activities, and more. This follows previous streams labeled Introduction, Archetypes, Story, and Characters. In the stream, director Katsura Hashino declares how this journey, quote, gameplay is what uniquely sets this game apart from the Persona and Shin Megami Tensei series. We recently had a chance to play several hours of ReFantazio during a preview event held by Sega, and that is this website, rpgsite.net, which I do highly recommend you guys checking out. And they do have a written article about their first impressions of it. Metaphor ReFantazio launches October 11th for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and S, and PC via Steam worldwide simultaneously. So Marvelous USA officially has revealed Rune Factory, Guardians of Azuma, the next installment in its long-running Rune Factory series of fantasy-themed farm and life simulation games. Originally teased back in 2023 as Rune Factory Project Dragon, the game will feature 2 protagonists and be based in the eastern land of Azuma, inspired by Japanese myth and aesthetics. It is set to launch on Nintendo Switch and PC via Steam in spring 2025. Marvelous has also unveiled a substantial trailer for Guardians of Azuma, highlighting the game's 2 protagonists, male Subaru and female Kaguya. Players can choose either as their leader, but both are present in the main story. Subaru and Kaguya are both earth dancers, individuals who use the power of dancing, sacred treasures, and weapons to purify Azuma's land and fight back against a mystical blight. Based on the trailer, Azuma has lost the power of runes, denying its 4 seasons and the blessings of nature. The Earth Dancers must work to revive Azuma's natural bounty and revive its 6 gods through growing crops, participating in seasonal festivals, fighting back against foes with weapons, including new weapon types like bow and talisman. They'll also rebuild Azuma's villages, living life and romancing any of the available candidates in voiced scenarios. Players can also choose to befriend these potential candidates. In both situations, they can be recruited to aid you in combat. Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma will launch on Nintendo Switch and PC in spring 2025. So, Bandai Namco has announced Tales of Grace's F Remastered for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC via Steam. It will be launching on January 17th, hey, that's 4 days before my birthday, 2025. Here's an overview of the game via Bandai Namco. In Tales of Grace's F Remastered, Players will follow the adventures of Asbel and his friends as they embark on a world-spanning adventure filled with unforgettable characters, shocking revelations, and unique companions brought together through promises made across time. This title is set in the world of Athenia, a planet blessed with abundant greenery. The world is ruled by the three great nations, each with the power of Eleth. Tales of Grace's F Remastered is a remastered version of Tales of Grace's F, released in 2010, featuring quality of life improvements and additions, downloadable content from the original version, and newly localized scenes that will be available in English for the very first time. So keep your eyes out coming for that. I have a lot of friends that are huge fans of the Tales series. I have enjoyed the ones that I have played, so I will be keeping my eye out for that. And this one, just a quick little update. Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster, Gate Rune, and Dunnan Unification Wars will launch for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC via Steam on March 6th, 2025, Konami have announced. The PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series versions are newly announced. Digital pre-orders are available now for all platforms except for Switch, which will begin pre-orders on September 6th. That's my dad's birthday. Physical edition pre-orders will begin on August 28th. So, Gust and Koei Tecmo have announced that Fairy Tail 2 is coming to PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo Switch on December 13th. The PC version, via Steam, will be arriving 2 days earlier. A new release date trailer was released for the upcoming RPG and shows a variety of new game footage depicting several cutscenes and gameplay. In Fairy Tail 2, players take control of the members of the Fairy Tail Guild and explore the Kingdom of Fiora on their quest to take down the Emperor Spriggan of the Alvarez Empire, Zeref. Zeref. Along their journey, they will face off against an elite group of foes, the Spriggan 12. Players can activate a character's abilities in combat at the cost of several ability point pips. Plus, they can swap between characters mid-combat as well, be aggressive, and cause enemies to break to gain the upper hand. And if you would like to check out this trailer, I did retweet it. It looks pretty sweet. I have never seen Fairy Tail. I have a friend and a good listener, a good friend of the show, Kana, who loves Fairy Tail. So I'm sure she is stoked about this one. So Sabotage Studio has announced a brand new DLC expansion coming to Sea of Stars for free in spring 2025 on all released platforms with Sea of Stars Throes of the Watchmaker. The expansion brings protagonists Valerie and Zale to a new region where they receive a major class change and meet a new playable character. Throes of the Watchmaker has players delve into the world of Horlog. I don't know how you say that. I tried. Where a twisted carnival threatens the land. Valerie and Zale switch out of their usual Solstice Warrior classes into a new circus-themed ones as an acrobat and a juggler, respectively. These new classes will grant them an entirely new moveset in combat. Additionally, there will be a brand new party member in the Throes of the Watchmaker through Artificer, aka Artie. Unravel their abilities and shred through foes with this mechanical companion. The upcoming free DLC expansion will also support the co-op single-player plus mode that Sabotage Studios previously teased with their hit RPG. So that sounds awesome. I still haven't played Sea of Stars. I have it in my Steam library. I need to get to it. I need to play that. I need to play Eowyn Chronicles. I need to finish up Star Ocean, Second Story R, Remaster, or whatever. My goodness, so much to do. So little time, ladies and gentlemen. So little time and so much to do. What is it? What was it in Willy Wonka? So much time and so little to do. Wait, scratch that. Reverse it. So anyways, as part of the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase, Gust and Koei Tecmo revealed Atelier Yumiya, The Alchemist of Memories and the Envisioned Land, releasing early 2025 for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, and PC, and for the first time, Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S. Today's announcement only came with a teaser trailer, with more information scheduled to be revealed next week on September 2nd. While Atelier Resloriana has released last year in Japan and January worldwide, Atelier Yumiya will be the first true mainline release in the series since last year's Atelier Ryza 3 from last March. A remake of the original Atelier game, Atelier Marie Remake, released last July. Stay tuned for more information on Atelier Yumiya as it comes in the weeks ahead. The first news updates should come courtesy of a Japanese live stream next week. So Atelier fans, James, if you're out there and you're listening, buddy, I know you're hyped for this. Be ready, because more news is coming. So
if you're an athlete, you know the greatest motivator of all is the fear of letting your teammates down. After all, a team is only as good as its weakest link. So you owe it to those wearing the same jersey as you to be your best every time you step on the field. That's why there's no vape in team. When you vape, you can expose your lungs to toxic chemicals that can damage your lungs. If you're a step behind, the team's a step behind. Brought to you by The Real Cost and the FDA.
On to some news that is interesting, and I'm sure that this will end up coming up again when Mikolov joins me for the next report. Bandai Namco has announced that the anime-styled MMORPG that I think a lot of us were waiting for, Blue Protocol, will be ending service in Japan on January 18th, 2025. Additionally, plans to release the game in the West with partnership with Amazon Games has been canceled. Blue Protocol was originally revealed in 2019, followed by a global announcement in 2022, in which Amazon Games shared plans for a worldwide release. While the MMORPG did see release in Japan in June 2023, it evidently struggled to reach the financial targets that Bandai Namco had hoped for. The statement from Bandai Namco Online can be found below, which I will read to you right now. We regret to inform you that the Japanese version of Blue Protocol will be discontinued on Saturday, January 18th, 2025. As a result, we have also canceled our plans to release a Western version of the game in collaboration with Amazon Games. We have enjoyed a strong relationship with Amazon Games throughout the development of Blue Protocol, and both of our teams are disappointed that we will not be able to deliver the game to players around the world. We know that there has been a great anticipation for Blue Protocol since the first announcement of the game, and we wanted to deliver an experience that is like stepping into the world of an anime. And we have been challenging ourselves to create a world where each and every player can enjoy adventures as the main character of the anime. We worked hard to prepare for the release. However, we have come to the conclusion that it will not be possible to provide a service that satisfies all of you. We deeply apologize for this sudden announcement. So that sucks, man. I've been really looking forward to checking that game out. It's one that's been on my radar for sure. And yeah, now I'm never going to get to play it. We won't ever get to play it over here. Maybe it wasn't that good, but I would have liked to have at least given it a shot, you know? But what can you do? Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake will feature a new Monster Wrangler vocation, as well as new ways to customize character appearances. Publisher Square Enix and developer Art Dink Corporate Cooperation. Jeez, I can't read tonight. Art Dink Corporation have announced. And yeah, that's basically all this says. Digital pre-orders for the Switch version are also now available via the Nintendo eShop. Digital pre-orders were previously only available for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC via Steam and Microsoft Store, but Switch owners, you can go and pre-order it now if you would like. It is due out November 14th worldwide. I'm stoked for that. My buddy Nate is like over the moon, can't wait for that. And he's even more hyped for the Dragon Quest 1 and 2 remakes as well. Like, it's just, Dragon Quest fans are eating good right now, and I'm all about it. Speaking of Dragon Quest Monsters, The Dark Prince first launched for Switch on December 1st, 2023, and now Square Enix will release Dragon Quest Monsters, The Dark Prince for PC via Steam, as well as iOS and Android on September 11th. So a quick little overview of the game if you don't know. Compose your very own team of monsters from across the Dragon Quest series and engage in thrilling battles against your foes. Recruit monsters from the wild world around you and combine them to synthesize new creatures as you see fit. With over 500 monsters to choose from and a revamped synthesis system to explore, you can mix and match to your heart's content to create your favorite cute critters and dastardly supervillains, as well as brand new additions to the monstrous roll call. Your quest to become the greatest monster wrangler of all time starts here. So yeah, I have been waiting and waiting to see if this is going to come out for PC, and now it is, and woo, I am so excited about it. I am so hype, because I like Dragon Quest, I like Pokemon. Mash them together, I'm a happy boy. And, okay, the news that you've all been waiting for. This was the biggest news that came out. Blew my friends in my mind. We just had this conversation on the Steam Machine podcast not that long ago about whether we wanted to see this or not. And I was of a mind that I wasn't sure, but if they did, I hoped they would do it where they kind of like Trials of Mana did, where they don't really change the original game, just make it look really pretty. And then they announced it. Falcom has announced that The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky the First, a remake of the original Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky for Switch. It is coming for Switch, and it will launch in 2025. Now, fingers crossed, Fingers crossed that it comes out for more systems than just the Switch. PlayStation and PC and Xbox would be nice. I would be happy with just PC, but that's just me. But yeah, man. An orthodox story that depicts the journey of two companions. The protagonists are Estelle and her partner Joshua, who aspire to become bracers, protectors of peace in the region. As they take their first steps as apprentice bracers, the duo travel across the Liberal Kingdom, resolving various requests and incidents in each place they visit, gaining experience as bracers along the way. This game, a full remake of The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, faithfully recreates the Liberal Kingdom setting in full 3D. I wish you could see me right now. I have goosebumps. Transitions from fields to towns are now seamless, allowing the players to feel fully immersed in the world of Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. Attack enemies on the field to initiate command-based battles. Engage in combat using various attacks and magic spells called arts, following the turn order of allies and enemies. The game's intuitive and easy to understand controls ensures that even those new to RPGs can enjoy the game stress-free. There's a bunch of trailers. I'm so hype. Falcom representative has clarified the following platform and publishing related information to Gematsu, and this is an update on this article. While the game has been announced for Nintendo Switch, a release on PlayStation and PC platforms is currently to be determined. There is a possibility that it could be released on these platforms, and if the decision is made, it will be now announced in a press release at a later date. Fingers crossed. At this time, the Western publisher is to be determined, which is why our company name was mentioned in the announcement. There is a possibility that we may handle distribution ourselves, but if the arrangements are made with a local publisher, they would be responsible for distribution instead. So, looking at these screenshots, man, Estelle and Joshua look amazing. Oh man, I am just like, I'm so happy. I can't even describe. This has become one of my favorite RPGs, and it's getting a remake, and it looks so beautiful. All the enemies look incredible. I really want everybody to go and look up these screenshots. Watch these trailers if you haven't. It looks amazing, man, and we're getting it, and that's it can only go up from here. If this does well, maybe we'll get the second chapter, then maybe we'll get the third, then maybe we'll get 3D versions of the Crossbell arcs, and maybe they'll start remaking the earlier Trails of Cold Steel games and bringing them up to the standards of the time. Who knows where this could go, but I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it. And I'm glad that you were here for this here episode of the JRPG Report. If you want to check us out on social media, I'm not very active on Facebook, but I will give you the link for it. Facebook.com/JRPG Report. If you want to find me over on Twitter, you can find me at JRPG Report. And while I'm thinking about it, I do want to go ahead and tell you all that YouTube has updated its the way it handles podcasts. So I was able to put in the RSS feed of the JRPG Report and link it to the JRPG Report's YouTube channel. So now episodes, whenever I release them, will automatically be uploaded to YouTube. So if that's your preferred way to listen to them, congratulations. Now that's going to be taken care of, and it's way easier on me. I apologize that I was not very good at uploading to YouTube. That's my bad. Life is busy. But yeah, so that's a new thing. If you would like to support the show, which would mean a heck of a lot, it really is a motivator to spend the time to look up the news and do all that to have a little bit of the financial help. Instead of me taking time to make music, I can take time to do this and maybe make a little bit of cash while I'm bringing the news and joy to all of you wonderful people who then in turn talk to me and we talk about games and it makes me happy. Patreon.com/JRPG Report. And me and Mikolov are still hashing out what game we want to do for our Let's Play. If you guys have any suggestions, we're glad to take them. I want to try to play stuff that we've never really played before so we can kind of get a fresh set, or at least one of us hasn't played it before. Patreon.com/JRPG Report. And if you donate to the show, you can get your name read on each and every episode like these wonderful people: Jake W., Jordan K., Kularian, MasterLoot, Kana, and Dustin Eckert. I appreciate each and every one of you very, very much. If you would like to check out my other podcast, it's the Steam Machine Podcast. Go and check that out wherever you can as a bi-weekly PC gaming show. Currently, we are playing through Mass Effect. We just did an episode on Katamari Damacy, and yeah, man, it's a good time over there. And he's not here, but I'm going to plug his stuff anyway. Go check out Mikolov on YouTube, the Team Retro. Just look up Team Retro on YouTube. I believe Twitter, Instagram, all of the places. He is at Team Retro, and also check out his podcast with Nefarious called We Played a Game. And for that note, I am going to go install Trails in the Sky and maybe play some of it because I'm just really feeling that now. Maybe I'll play the third. I need to play the third, and I'm tired of waiting on Willie to beat the second part. So maybe I'll just do that in my free time. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. We'll be back with another episode maybe in a week or two, depending on how much news drops. But until then, I need you all to do me a huge favor, if you will. It's a quest of utmost importance. Get back out there and level up.